All right, so here we have both Tissot solar watches. This is the Tissot Solar Connected, and this is the Tissot Expert Solar. This is the slightly older version, but you know what? It's an oldie, but a goodie. But I'm gonna just go over a couple of key differences here so you can figure out which one you want for yourself. So to start off, I do think that this Tissot Connected Solar is my favorite watch of like all time right now. It's just an awesome combination of smart and dumb. It's beautiful. You can get it in a few other colors other than this rose gold. You can get silver, black, and some other kind of neat stuff. But both watches have the titanium case. They both have ceramic bands. And then of course the sapphire, bezels, and then the sapphire crystal for the glass, which makes them very scratch and reflective resistant. Although I know this reflection in the camera is probably not doing that any justice. But the point is that they're very easy to read in a sunny day, even on an angle. They both are built well, they can take a beating, and yeah, they're just all around really good. These both have the plastic bands, but of course you can get them with metal bands as well. Right now, so far as I can tell, this Expert Solar, you can only get it in this variation, which has the rubber band, or silicone band. Anyway, both use the solar to power them. This one never requires any charging. It just runs on solar energy, and it's fantastic. This one will go about 6 months, and then you can connect it to the back with a little wireless charger, or like plugless charger. This one has the crown, which I really love. The Expert does not have a crown. It doesn't seem to, it's good for most people. It's not like an absolute deal breaker or necessity, but nevertheless, the crown was a fantastic addition. So again, there are plenty of videos on both with thorough walkthroughs, Doug FNJ and A Blog to Watch, for example. But what I really just wanted to go over is how these kind of like compare to the Apple Watch and kind of what makes them special. This one does not connect Bluetooth to the phone. It just has compass, altimeter, barometer, let's see here, thermometer, timer, regatta timer, countdown timer, stopwatch, all that good stuff. That's all really great. This one has compass, barometer, altimeter, thermometer, all that stuff. All the stuff you'd want, like let's say in a Casio Pathfinder, or what has now been renamed to the Casio blah, 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 can't remember. Anyway, the new Casios, whatever the Pathfinders changed their name to. But they have more options largely than most of the G-Shocks, although there are a couple of hybrid G-Shocks that do have some of that stuff baked in, and it's kind of nice. That said, when you're comparing the G-Shock to, like, let's say the Tissot Connected Solar, this just looks a hell of a lot better, and it's made of better materials. You cannot get those hybrid G-Shocks with the sapphire crystal or the titanium case. Now, obviously, a titanium case is really not a deal breaker, and if anything, some people prefer stainless, and I get that. But that said, the sapphire crystal face is really nice. Same with the ceramic bezel. They can just take a beating. I really like that, and without getting marred and nasty looking. But what I like about this one that I think a lot of people will like is that it can connect Bluetooth to your phone for notifications. Now, I'm not a big fan of notifications, and I disabled them because I don't want my watch buzzing at me every 3.5 seconds. That said, some people really are going to like that feature. But what I do like about the Solar Connected, unlike the Expert Connected, is that it does have a step counter in it. And what you do in order to sort of unlock the face of the watch here is you press and hold the top button for a couple of seconds, not even, and then you click on activity, and then now you have activity tracker. Here it gives you your step count, which is awesome. Gives you your kilocalorie estimation. And it even gives you the distance that you've kind of traveled. Even sort of gives you like an estimate on the activity period. I have found that this works pretty neat. You can also do like its version of a move goal, step goal. I have found this to be a fairly neat way of doing things, because even though it's not a fitness tracker, it still gives you some kind of guidelines / metrics to use that will kind of encourage you to move throughout the day. And it just does a sort of nicer job. It's a little more friendly than the Apple Watches, which is constantly like, hey, you haven't met your move goal, stand up fatty, this kind of stuff. This is just sort of a nicer way of doing it. And I found that the step counter is pretty accurate. It's not as accurate as the Apple Watch. I do have to give the step counter stuff to the Apple Watch. I think Apple Watch's wearable fitness sensors are second to none. I've said that in videos before. If you're looking for a fitness tracker to wear on the wrist, Apple Watch is probably the best one you can get. But that said, not everybody wants or needs in fact, I would argue most people don't need a heart rate monitor on their watch. And all the heart rate monitor does is kills your battery life. I love that I can leave the country for months if I had to, not have to worry about bringing an extra charger for this. It's just really, really cool. So anyway, and it stays on the screen that you select, which is another really good thing I like. The Apple Watch does not do that. The Expert Solar does not have a step counter in it, but you know, they both have alarms. They both got some pretty neat interfaces. Again, you can check out other videos kind of showcasing the interfaces, but they really have everything you would need for exploring the outdoors if you had to. Hopefully Tissot will upgrade this one to have a GPS tracker built in with the phone. Basically, we'll use your phone's GPS to sort of do a, you know, navigate your way back kind of thing. We'll see if that ever comes to fruition, but nevertheless, they're good for camping. They're good for outdoor stuff. They're good for just outright fashion. This one, I think more so than the Expert. I just really think that this Solar Connected is a fantastic looking watch. I love that it also has the seconds hand. The Expert does not, but you can really pretty much use this in almost every single application of your life, except for maybe severe fitness tracking needs, which, you know, I don't know, to me is pretty damn awesome. So these are just a couple of little close-ups of both watches. Navigation on the Connected Solar is easier just because of its digital crown. I think every watch should have a digital crown. It's like, not only is it something that Swiss watches have had for eons, but the fact is that the digital crown just offers another sort of level of navigation. I know that the ScanWatch from Withings has attempted to add in a digital crown. Problem is I just cannot in good conscience recommend the Withings smartwatch, ScanWatch or Steel HR for that matter, for anything, even though the ScanWatch is supposed to have Saphire glass in it. It's just, I don't know. I've made videos as to why you shouldn't get Withings. But anyway, if you can afford the Tissot Connected Solar and you are looking for just an all-around do-it-all watch, this is a fantastic bang for your buck at $1,000. They're both quartz, by the way, quartz powered watches with the solar energy. If you can't afford the $1,000 price tag on this, and you can only afford the $400 price tag on this, this is a great everyday beat it up watch, okay? It has anything you could want on it really, except from like the connected notifications and the activity tracker, but this is something you can wear on your wrist, you can beat it to shit, and it's got, you know, timer, stopwatch, all that good stuff on it. I mean, really, if you want to get lost in the woods and be the Unabomber for 6 months, this is your best friend right here. Really, really cool watch. By the way, I'm a huge fan of, like, let's say the Omega Speedmaster, but that is, you know, obviously just kind of a stopwatch plus watch. Connected Solar, it's really just got it all. I will see myself wearing this pretty much every day unless I want to get fancy at nighttime with one of those fancy metal G-Shock watches, or if I'm just feeling like in a Japanese G-Shock mood. Alternatively, you know, if I'm at like a fancy gala or dinner party or something, I might wear the Omega Speedmaster, but this Tissot Connected Solar is good stuff. Now, as a quick summary with the Tissot Expert, I do want to talk about why I think the digital crown is so damn good, and for that matter, what makes the Tissot itself so damn good. So for starters, let's go ahead and pop it over to the timer here. First off, the hands on this thing move so lightning fast, which is just fantastic. You just don't have to worry about any lag on this thing. They really engineered the little gears in there to perfection. But if we hit timing, this is one of the reasons why a crown is just unbeatable. And I know it would look awkward as hell on a G-Shock square, but man, sometimes I do wish that it had a little crown on there just to make navigating a little bit easier. Anyway, we go to timer and we press to engage it. And what makes this so fantastic is that I just hit the little button to set the timer, and I can just scroll through these numbers so easily and so fast, and it is such a quick process to set up a new timer, to engage with the watch, change the numbers, change the settings. It just allows for a fantastic amount of interactivity with the watch. For example, if I want to go to a different item on the screen, it allows you to navigate through all of these things so quickly. And again, look how fast those hands move. Anyway, I know that the Tissot Connected is definitely not in the price bracket for most people, and I get that, and the G-Shock squares are such a phenomenal, beautiful little device. But for those looking for a higher-end watch that don't want to be bugged by the Apple Watch's constant nagging, but want something that gives them good information and gives them even some sort of semblance of notifications and fitness tracking, I can really think of no better watch than this Tissot Connected Solar. It's got incredible battery life. It's got a lot of features, and yeah, it's a little big, although that is in vogue right now, but it's durable as hell. I've been wearing this thing when I do outside work, landscaping, moving stones and bricks around. I don't know. I just love it. This is my daily driver, and I think it will remain so for a very, very long time. And Tissot did a great job. So that's that. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe, and we will be back with another video soon.